Hey gang, how's it going again? So we are back on the Affordable Bankruptcy Relief website, this case study that I've been using throughout. And I thought it would be nice to just walk you through how I thought this site could look and could make a difference for people that are landing on it when they're looking for information. And this section overall is about menu creation. And so you can kind of see here that, sort of our tagline is we're an affordable bankruptcy law practice. We place our some of our pricing on the front page. We have the actual lawyers that work for the practice, the senior partners. It's very simple, but we also have a message us today box for those people that just want to send a message to us. We have a feature testimonial. These are a lot of the underpinnings that are great from a well-optimized landing page. But for the purposes of the menu itself, I just want you to take a look at this, and I'll just kind of explain it to you bit by bit. So I noticed that when I did a search for bankruptcy for bankruptcy law practices and so forth, we showcase ourselves as an affordable bankruptcy law practice, but sometimes with certain pages, I like to build out just one additional landing page that's centered on that one particular term. So on this page, we actually decide to add our pricing, but also talk about how we are, in fact, a cheap bankruptcy law practice. And I didn't do it just for that reason. I also did it because, it gets a decent amount of search volume. Not a whole lot, but enough for it to matter to this particular client because they are an affordable bankruptcy law practice. So that's where we have our, what I call our pricing, essentially, in addition to the pricing that's on the home page. We have a section on testimonials. We have obviously clearly our section on an About Us page. And in our About Us page, this is where I have some additional landing pages built out on NYC attorneys, NYC bankruptcy. I talk about what bankruptcy looks like in New York. And then I also talk about individual attorneys and just that whole world. And then we also have another section on not law, but specifically around bankruptcy frequently asked questions, because I noticed that that's also something that the people will do a search for. So let me show you here so you can see. It should have some search volume, I believe, or a little bit. Oh, there you go. So it's a little bit, not a whole lot, but enough, right? So, but also if you think about it from a user experience, that helps people find what they're looking for as well, right? Bankruptcy frequently asked questions. And then we have a blog as well. So he blogs on it. He talks about his experiences, cases that they've won, things of that nature. And then they also have several different offices. So I also had an additional, 7 different landing pages built out for their locations. And for those businesses out there that do have multiple locations, this is perfectly fine, and it won't be considered duplicate content as long as each location is legitimate and it has its own location. You should be in good shape. So Suffolk, Westchester, Brooklyn, Bronx, Yonkers, Queens, and then one directly for New York City or Manhattan is good. And this is the part that really matters a lot. When you're building out your actual menu of your services that you provide, this is the part that really matters. You can see here how we have Chapter 7, Chapter 11, Chapter 13, frozen account, wage garnishment, credit repair, debt relief, quiet title. All of these things are directly related to bankruptcy, and they're services that our client provides to their clients. So what I tell people is this is an absolute no-no in the world of search and on-page optimization. Do not just summarize and put all of these on one individual page. I want you to place all of these on separate pages with their own unique URL and their own title as directly related to each individual service, and make certain that the content you provide on each individual page is at least 200 words. If you do that, you're going to be in great shape from an on-page optimization perspective. So I thought this would be a good place to show you guys what I mean from a menu creation standpoint. And again, like say for example, if you're an orthopedic surgeon, or you do, is that not orthopedic? Excuse me. If you're an orthodontist, Maybe you have individual landing pages that are Invisalign, braces, dental work. That's what I'm talking about from individual landing page creation and menu creation standpoint. And quietly, these things will make a difference long term to your on-page optimization and also from a local search perspective quietly. All right, so now we're going to get into what a well-optimized landing page looks like.